Yo nyanahwefo yemona kwaba ziba hena dwumedi a ya tobara ya hihye na ya tunzim no kwar wenwi chumedi amusu na ende nyamya ya doma yezerba wa kwem na ende dosu kunu da yebi ze ho komona ofa asama bira the finance minister oya John Dramani Mahama NBC for one finance minister for to some for the omana akohoma in some kotu gwawo mbeshebe gum kono oba for those karodo a we twa we bubu omana nanana wo afia oda onin Ghana for the ama John Dramani Mahama ni NBC amayu kuda wumbu omana nanana na bra futu samfo oye ura kese atoba fosen finfin mantum ejuma ko bisiase deshi zine numa sam kotu gwananana za MPP amanyu ku omampanyina mpopo wasoma basen nana abedanko akufado nufutu sanfo oyi no dewe kura oye owura Amin Adam ensam bia odi tugwa bira kiselatu forsen the budget statement ko tugwa in parliament nana ahohara odi beyi oye atu forsen the budget statement owura John Dramani Mahama NBC led akwahoman samodi tugwa ahohara owura Amin Adam ozi MPP osun amayoku nim na wodi tugwa nanana nsamo kafa honana mobaye ku ka bimbada wo mane mo hatiti mbebunu wa win poto wodi nesi simpido na waka no wasam akire oye finance minister omampanyina na adodankwa akufo the new finance minister oye Amin Adam enyimguasa waje bro a odi ahopepe ahohar nodi yi oye atofosa NBC for one budget statement na anonana nsomo se chiro banana za Ghana foreka titi Ghana mbebune sama wareka nanana chira owura Amin Adam ni MPP osun amayoku nanana ngwaso degu oye osun amayoku nanana onu no hu komo mende yini jumedi do no kwa ni chumedi yido dem penifo se no kwa oye win pa aya meka ye kana ontensi wonabaka no kwa win yenezi yabaka ono yeze do intimbe etifi asema yeze ato ende yenu komodi do nan omini de Akufo-Addo's finance minister Amin Adam suffers huge reputation damage. Wait, we didn't implement betting tax comment. And then the title of today's presentation, Unbitter Truth, is Akufo-Addo's finance minister Amin Adam suffers huge reputation damage. Wait, we didn't implement betting tax comment. Thus is the title for today's presentation on bitter truth. Sende ni da uzikana erihwe jubidia ahobrazimu ara erihwe wo Ghana News Facebook channel ndo ana erihwe wo oye Ghana News wo YouTube channel ahobrazimu yetoto yasro yerepocho like Facebook page nana. Feel free na share it to reach others. The comment section nana. Just like the page, share, and don't forget to drop your views, your perspective, your opinion in the comment section. We're humbling, pleading with you, and appealing. If today is the first time you are watching the Bitter Truth on Ghana Bad News Facebook channel or Ghana Bad News YouTube channel, we are humbly pleading with you, appealing to you to like the Facebook page. Feel free to share, and don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section. It is very, very important for us. Remember, you are part of this show. You are the reason we bring this show your way. And today's presentation is titled Akufo-Addo's Finance Minister Amin suffers huge reputation damage. Wait, we didn't implement betting tax comment. This is the title for today's presentation. You recall that when the finance minister, Dr. Kiselatoba Fosun, presented the budget statement in Parliament, hurriedly the MPP led by the immediate past finance minister under the leadership of His Excellency, the former President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, hurriedly held a press conference to attack the budget statement that was presented by Dr. Kiselatoba Fosun. And in their response to the budget statement, and in their prompt attack of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's budget statements, the immediate past finance minister, Amin made certain pronouncement that has attracted series of backlash, severe backlash, that has resulted in huge reputation damage to the person of Amin in just few days, especially coming from the Ghanaian youth who have been engaging in betting as a means of survival as a result of huge unemployment deficits in the Ghanaian society. Na ono mbebin a owo omani Ghana mze wakebi akyerɛ owura Amin pa na ono no ho na weke hia ende yiri nkɔmɔ ya to din dai Akufo-Addo's finance minister Amin suffers huge image reputation with we didn't implement betting tax comment. After the series of backlashes that has affected his personality and the general New Patriotic Party, the MPP party, in the course of this, they decided to present their own budget statement, and he did some kind of damage control, and we are giving you the opportunity to listen to Amin during their budget statement presentation and the damage control that he seeks to do when a journalist confronted him with the issue. I'll never admit that. Let's listen to Amin.
After all that you've said, the only question you could ask me was about a controversial issue. Well, I don't want to call it more controversy. So let me hazard a response. So, the NDC in its manifesto promised to scrap 10% levy on bet winnings. That's what they said in the manifesto. And I have exactly what they said. 10% levy on bet winnings. That's what they want to abolish. And that can be called betting tax. But it is different from taxes on winnings from other forms of lottery. Games of chance, staking lotto, they are not the same as what they are promising to abolish. And so if I see in the statement by the minister that he will abolish winnings from lotto or lotteries and call that betting tax, then it sounds reasonable for me to think that he's equating betting tax, which they promise to abolish, to the taxes on winnings from other, lotteries or other games of chance. And I know that the winnings from Lotto, for example, the tax on that was not implemented. And I know that for sure, for a fact. Because as finance minister, I held several meetings on how to implement it, following petition from National Lotteries Authority. And I facilitated meetings between NLA and GRA to discuss how to implement it. So I know for a fact that it wasn't implemented. And so I could not be taking advantage of the mistake the minister made. After all that you've said, the only question you could ask me was about a controversial issue. Well, I don't want to cause more controversy, so let me hazard a response. So, the NDC in its manifesto promised to scrap 10% levy on bet winnings. That's what they said in the manifesto. And I have exactly what they said. 10% levy on bet winnings. That's what they want to abolish. And that can be called betting tax. But it is different from taxes on winnings from other forms of lottery. Games of chance, staking lotto, they are not the same as what they are promising to abolish. And so if I see in the statement by the minister that he will abolish winnings from lotto or lotteries and call that betting tax, then it sounds reasonable for me to think that he's equating betting tax, which they promise to abolish, to the taxes on winnings from other, lotteries or other games of chance. And I know that the winnings from Lotto, for example, the tax on that was not implemented. And I know that for sure, for a fact. Because as finance minister, I held several meetings on how to implement it, following petition from National Lotteries Authority. And I facilitated meetings between NLA and GRA to discuss how to implement it. So I know for a fact that it wasn't implemented. And so I could not be taking advantage of the mistake the minister made.
Yate, Oya Ora Amin Adam, Bra Orakasa, in responding to the issue, a journalist at the press conference asked him a question. And in his response, let's take note of certain words that he used in his presentation, which I think is very critical. That needs to be analyzed. He asked the journalist that after all that they said, that is the only thing that he could ask. The controversial issue is what the journalist could ask. That is the only question that he could ask. But he quickly responded, let me address it so that he doesn't cause another controversy. So it means that after making that reckless statement, after attacking Dr. Kesela Toba Force's statement, budget statement, okay, has acknowledged and listening to the backlash that he received from the Ghanaian populace, especially the teeming youth, Ghanaian youth, he admits that it was a controversy. Ajitum there or your controversy. No only no quarrying you said that. All this as some 2019, some came in and sabi. When you send you this and there, as summer ozu ho yaba, some of the akasakasaba, as some no ba some no. I'm a Ghana for trabana, a trab MPP. One MPP among your kunu, no who are you free, many new grass, the attractiveness affecting the attractiveness of the MPP party. That issue that became a controversial issue and has even affected the image of the party in the opposition. That is the only question that he could ask. And the bit that you want to ask Amin Adam, what question was he expecting from the journalists? A competent, honest, and a responsible journalist will ask hard facts, because after coming to make that statement to attack October 4th budget statement, that what they said seems to be what deny or confusing the general public, lying to the general public. The journalists getting the opportunity, who represent the voice of the society, has every right, and that is the best thing that he should do, by asking you the question, throwing the question back to you, give you the opportunity to explain. Amin no be sending, maybe sending there. And someone working in an including them controversial issue as some other. Which question were you expecting from the journalists? Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Because the truth is like a bitter pills. When the need arises, you ought to swallow it. When you say Mukwa Yarin, Naka Yakana, Wanabaka, Mukwa Win Yabaka. With this, Amin Adam there. Now, I'm done question now, I expect from then. Now, secondly, another word you just said there, he was equating what Atuforson said in the budget to mean another thing. Sabio, as some are you be saying there, Obi answer, Obi no powerful, Obi bedroomba, so make a bibi. Na antasa ebena na mono edetu ebena ze na ofokom de eye sebi asembisa ubisa dem beba ya ebeje nchichirem o sende asem na nyepa ne kenenen antase. We want to ask Amin Adam and the MPP party members that if Atuba Fosun in his budget statement made reference to something, made a statement that you do not understand, that is not clear to you, sabi, an honorable thing to do, an honest thing to do, a competent thing to do, a responsible thing to do, is you don't attack, but instead you ask a question for clarification. Because if you go to the extent to say that you equated what Atuba Fosun said to mean something else, you are not being intelligent. If it is not partisan politics that you were exhibiting and doing at that instance, at that press conference, the hurriedly held press conference that was used to attack the Dr. Kisil Atuba Fosun, John Dramani Mahamad's budget statement, which you ended up disgracing yourself and the New Patriotic Party. Just evaluate the backlashes that you receive, that the MPP party, the reputation, the brand image, reputation that the New Patriotic Party suffered by that comment that you made, the MPP under the immediate past president, his so-called self-acclaimed competent president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia MPP administration never implemented what has come to be known as betting tax. The Ghanaian youth who are being betted, that when they win, the deduction that has been going on to the knowledge of the investors, the bettors now, we always ascribe to them as what? Investors. They know when they win, a 10% deduction that is carried on their winnings. Yet you were loudly out there that the MPP government never implemented it. If it is not partisan politics to deceive the public, then you were not being intelligent. You failed the MPP party and yourself. You receive what? The backlash you have heard, you have witnessed, you have experienced the backlashes that the New Patriotic Party experienced, has suffered the reputational damage, the gargantuan, the huge reputational damage that you have caused the party and your person. This is the reason the bitter truth title today's presentation as Akufo-Addo's finance minister, Amin suffers huge reputation damage with we didn't implement betting tax comment. This has cost your reputation and the brand of the New Patriotic Party. Sometimes, Charlie, it's like the MPP said in opposition. You do not even, it seems that you did not even appreciate the circumstances, the situations, the level of agitation amongst the Ghanaian youth, the betting community. You did not even appreciate it. You didn't know it. It is simple as that. A party that pride itself to have a competent men and women, intelligent and intellectuals. Please come on, let truth be told. This is not the kind of MPP that we knew when we were growing up. Some years back, let the truth be told, until the members of the MPP will come to that realization that the MPP of yesteryears is not what it is today. The kind of people who were leading the party, Anna, Nana, Adodanko, Akufo-Addo, and the current administration, they have damaged the brand of MPP. Truth is bitter. It must be told. Remember, immediate past former president, Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo said, be citizens, not spectators. The bitter truth, we accepted that clarion call, and this is what we are holding on to. You have damaged the MPP brand, and it is sad and unfortunate that up to now, in a position you have still not recognized this and engaging in this reckless, unproductive politicking, partisan politicking. Please, you're not going to help the party. The earlier you identify this and begin to rethink, the better it will be for the New Patriotic Party. Just listen to him.
If you want to abolish betting tax, you have to be very clear about that, because you cannot use betting tax to generalize for tax on the winnings from the other games of chances. So this was my confusion as well. And so of Ghana deserved to have clarity. Yes, I provided clarity on what I meant. He also needs to provide clarity on what he meant to the people of Ghana. If you
just heard the finance minister demanding clarity from Atufosin. Really, listen to the person demanding clarity. What sort of clarification did you seek to give Ghanaian in all these brouhaha? This MPP did not implement betting tax brouhaha. What clarity have you brought to this saga? And just listen to the one demanding clarity from Atuposon. And in his submission, he said, look, I mean, he was confused. Indeed, we can accept that you were confused, because if you listen to all the things that you said, look, it does not make sense to the betting community. You were more than a confused person on the day that you heavily attack the budget statement that was presented to you by Dr. Kiselatoba Fossa. And you've seen how hurriedly you have disgraced yourself, how reputation damage you have caused to your person and the brand of the New Patriotic Party. If no one will tell you this platform, the bitter truth, will tell you the truth. MPP is behaving look, people, class 1 KG people, you ask yourself, come on, is this the MPP that we're going after? We got to know, is this the MPP? Come on, it cannot, and it is not. Let truth be told. This platform, the bill was saying that the earlier they will come to terms with this, the better it will be for the New Patriotic Party. Here, MPP Party, I know you on your in Guasana Dosso. Amin Adam Sibe, Kesalatoba Fossen, on my cloud teaching. What clarity have you sought to bring? And you see, the cancellation of this betting tax, the irony of it and the cheek of it from the MPP is that in the run-up to the election, Dr. Alhaji Mahamoud Baumia and his campaign team, the MPP party, also promised the betting community that when he is voted, he will scrap it. And the question the bitter team would like to ask Amin Adam, at the time, Baumia and his apparatchiks going round, crisscrossing the length and the breadth of Ghana, promising that when he is elected, he will cancel it. Which kind of betting tax was he making reference to? Did you clarify to Ghanaians? And you think the Ghanaian voters are stupid? They don't think. That was your thinking. No among your folk message, but we never run me a campaign the Ghana phone to a mama. On the social body, the betting tax and Kobukin. I will be such a chairman and in the Abunia Quenya, Che Ghana for. Na Eben to na wobetwam sabe hunye wadwene the Ghana phone o Jimmy Funti ma wope bia waka, and the sycophant media will also just jump to it, make noise, propaganda noise about it without asking critical and relevant questions that will let the politicians to think. You think that the Ghanaian voters and Sabi they don't know what is happening. Which kind of betting tax were you also promising Ghanaians to be cancelled if you had been voted to power? Did you clarify it? And then you are asking clarification. What we are saying that so Mika Dibina Tasa will attack Nipanana. Nemo Nyansaza also the Ayanana. And on purpose of the tube is a miss and ebisa, then Robaya, Obama will change. Into attacking the budget statement, the wisest thing, the intelligent steps you would have taken, the honorable thing you would have taken, you should have been asking questions for clarification, to demand more clarification. You don't attack the budget after disgracing yourself. You said, oh, you were more than the word confused.
Reasonably, if you know that betting tax is different from other taxes on lotteries, and the minister in the same statement sought to equate the two, to explain that the betting tax he was referring to had actually not been implemented. But I can also understand that, I've listened to myself again. And it appears the statement created an impression that I meant betting tax as it relates to bet winnings was not implemented. If that's the impression that was created by my statement, then that was inaccurate on my part. But what I really wanted to say was that what he called betting tax, as in taxes on lotto winning. And so I think that explains there. Reasonably, if you know that betting tax is different from other taxes on lotteries, and the minister in the same statement sought to equate the two, then I needed to explain that the betting tax he was referring to had actually not been implemented. But I can also understand that, I've listened to myself again, I've listened to the statement, and it appears the statement created an impression that I meant betting tax as it relates to bet winnings was not implemented. If that's the impression that was created by my statement, then that was inaccurate on my part. But what I really wanted to say was that what he called betting tax, as in taxes on lotto winning, was not implemented.
Yati, Amin Adam, saying that what he put out there, that MPP never implemented betting tax. If his statement sought to create an impression of ascertaining, then that is not what he meant. Matter, we are not kids in this country. Let this platform makes it clear to you that the Ghanaian youth populace, the Ghanaian teeming unemployed youth who are engaging in betting, not that they are stupid, not that they do not know what was happening, not that they did not know their left from their rights. For you to come and make such reckless statement, deceptive statements, after making such a deceptive statement, after receiving series of backlashes from the teeming youth, the Ghanaian community, exposing your partisanship, thinking that you were so smart and brilliant, you are here telling us that if your statement seems to create an impression, Sabi, what do you think at the time you were communicating? What were you communicating? This is what the bitter truth we are asking Amin, Adam, and the MPP people. Those who were going round from media houses to media houses, explaining, justifying, after they have been exposed in the Quran, and they will not humble themselves and apologize to the good people of Ghana so that they can be forgiven. They continue to pretend to be the intelligent people, the wisest than the rest of the citizens. Remember, the show is the bitter truth. Ghanaians are not stupid. It is not the case that Ghanaians, citizens, their heads are not properly screwed on. It is, as politicians, do not think the opportunity that the voters has given you, that you are too intelligent than the voters. Never think that you are too wise and the voters are stupid. You may be making a big mistake. And we are saying the MPP made series of unpardonable, avoidable mistakes, and that has pushed them to a humiliating opposition. The earlier they learn from it, the better it will be for the rebranding of the New Patriotic Party. Remember, The show is the bitter truth. Stay blessed. Stay out of trouble. May God watch over you. So we come your way with another unadulterated, authentic, bitter truth show. Thank you for using your credits to watch the show. Remember, subscribe to Ghana Bad News channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell so that anytime we come online, you will be part of our discussion. Drop your comment in the comment section. It is important for us. Thank you once again. Yada se da ka gumedi edo credit ka gumedi ka de gumedi ni din aranye no kwar winwin gumedi nyamen kro wodo unsiu no yu fi ohomo copy mi bra ya basan de gumedi foforo no kwar winwin gumedi foforo baba wa kwem gumedi ni din aranye no kwar winwin gumedi pay for say no kwar ya win na kaya kana ona baka kaide no kwar winwin yabaka. Yes, in the Jumedi at the Botifias and the to the essay. Akufo Ado, no for to sound for. Amin Adam. Minim Iguasi. Minim Yama one abakam. O Sunday, Akushuzi day. Nanado Dampo Akufado MPP. Abanana one GG a 2 war. Betting tax. Only the Ghana for baby. Abachan day. Or Yakushi no Z. One ma. MPP Osun Amayokuni Minim Iguase on in WhatsApp na yabacha janajan. Copy me there MPP Amayokubushia Bibi Papebi there in them where you mean. Want to Mukondo, want to ana one of them. Na iyi Akoshi Bibribi Dabraba ono nonamdo ma oja ogana fu ebufu mu oto abeti amayoku nene mende owo position nene what's in ifie na obeyi ama wonde wo bodwen wo be hye yi sontam ni wasesa efi honana moto na o yare ho de tibia wo wo menena wo dan wo yedam dwumedi ni dina ranyen no kor wo dwumedi penyufose no kor yare na kaya kana wana baka no kor wen yabaka yesi goodbye Amin show.